smiling. Nobody saw the night she almost disappeared. Oh, no. There was a child learning how to survive before she ever learned how to simply live. Every room felt like a question. Every silence sounded like fear. She memorized how to hide tears. Long before she learned her own reflection, people called her strong. They never knew strength wasn't a choice. It was survival she lacked, so nobody would hear her breaking. You can't see the war someone fights inside their own heart. Some battles leave no bruises, only invisible scars. Nobody saw me heal. Nobody heard the prayers I whispered when my voice was gone. Nobody saw the 1,000 times I almost gave up, but chose tomorrow. They only see the woman I've become. They never met the little girl who fought to keep me alive. Trauma has a way of stealing names, making beautiful people forget they're beautiful. It teaches you to apologize for taking up space, to question love, to expect pain, until one morning something changes. Not because the hurt disappears, but because hope finally speaks louder than fear. To every woman reading this with tears in her eyes, I know what silence feels like. I know what shame feels like, what pretending feels like. But hear me, the chapter that almost destroyed you doesn't get to write the ending. The people who hurt you don't get to decide who you become. You do starting to die. Nobody saw me. Hey, oh yeah. Nobody saw me heal. Nobody saw me. Nobody saw me heal. Nobody saw me. Nobody saw me. But heaven did. Every tear, every prayer, every tiny step toward believing I deserve to live again. And if my story reaches one young girl standing exactly where I once stood, then every scar has finally become a lighthouse, not leading people back to my pain, but guiding them toward their freedom. One day, you'll stop introducing yourself by what happened to you, and you'll begin introducing yourself by everything you became, because you refuse